What do you like to do?
So a lot of exercising, weightlifting. I read a lot of comic books, and I've always been into that since I was like 10. I really enjoy some aspects of school, like PE, theater.
You also have recently gotten into nutrition and cooking.
What?
That's a recent interest.
That's a recent, yeah, it's definitely recent. It sort of came from the weightlifting thing.
These are dishes that will, he can continue to make after he's more independent, and he can afford to do that.
It was clear that Matt had some special needs early on. He developed epilepsy. Probably the biggest problem was articulation. Matt would speak to you and you can understand him. So when people encountered him, I think they made certain assumptions about him.
And so what we did about that was we found a private school that was designed to educate students with learning differences. And he thrived at the private school. And then a really unfortunate thing happened, sad, is that his dad passed away very suddenly. And that was like a huge thing, because what I realized is that Matt was going to have to figure out a way to become more independent to get his needs met, because I could not meet every need that he had. That was the year that we joined the program, Dream Builders, and met Paul. And those independent skills started to emerge, and I think part of that was based on the relationship with Paul.
And they gave you that paper. What was your first reaction to
when
that
I
paper?
saw your interest?
Yes.
Well, my first reaction when I saw your paper was
Interesting.
I was just like, well, this is interesting. I guess Matt's pretty into bodybuilding and lifting weights. I thought that was interesting.
When we first started doing the mentor thing, it was a lot of like, yeah, we walked out, then we go to a restaurant. Then I started getting into cooking, and I think it was that switch to kind of change it up a little. That got kind of a lot more enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
I think that he slowly got more into the walking out idea. The only thing that is still happens to this day is you still complain about the pull-ups.
No, I like pull-ups. Come on.
Yeah.
So there was like this, I think the growth during the year that he, or during the time that he spent with Paul was significant enough. I mean, it was really huge, so that he was able to go back to a school that worked for him without the assistance that he used to get from me, and do those things himself.
I see much more confidence. He walks around with a big smile on his face, with his chest out, enjoying life. The path he's on right now, you can tell he's going somewhere.
He started taking the bus himself. He now takes 2 buses to get to Park. It takes him a half an hour in the morning. He takes 3 buses home. It takes him an hour and about 15 minutes to get home. I mean, that's a challenge for any 17-year-old. But for Matt, that's like climbing Mount Everest, to get from I can't be alone on a bus, or I can't be alone in the community, to doing a commute, which would be daunting for anybody his age.
Yeah, I realized that I have much more of an ability to change things than I thought I did.
Yeah, on to the next thing.
Yeah, yeah.
The next thing, the bigger and better thing.